Yo guys, what's up? I got the plays for you guys in this video for this Thursday night football game between the Niners and the Rams. I'm going to talk about those plays in one moment. First, before we do, quick recap on how we're doing so far this week. We're on a 5-1 run right now. This last Draymond Green play is still going, so I don't know how that's ending right now. But 5-1 so far on the channel throughout this week. That's really, really good. So make sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss any of the future free pick videos I post every day for college football, NFL, and NBA. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of those videos. Before we hop into the picks, real quick, I'm going to give you guys the same advice I give you every video because it's the best advice I could possibly give you guys. Right now, Sleeper has a $1,500 deposit match. The highest you will ever see on any app is $100, but $1,500, this is for a limited time. This is a ridiculously high deposit match, so take advantage of it while you still can. All you have to do, if you live in any one of these white or gray states, including even Canada, you guys can get this $1,500 deposit match and a couple free plays. All you have to do, I'll put the links down below in the comments and description for you. Click on one of those links, download the Sleeper app right here. When you download it, it asks you if you have a promo code. Just type in code GHOST, all caps right here. As long as you type in that code GHOST before you deposit, you get a $1,500 deposit match and a free Brock Purdy play. So $1,500 and a free Brock Purdy play for this Thursday night football game. So make sure to take advantage of that. Again, just make sure you have code GHOST in before you deposit. Otherwise, you will not get these little free things right here. But as long as you have that code GHOST in, $1,500 and a free Brock Purdy play for free. If you guys are already on Sleeper, then I highly recommend it on Chalkboard because they still have a $100 deposit match, which obviously isn't as good, but it's still pretty good. And then you have a free Matthew Stafford play for this game tonight. And then you have a free De'Aaron Fox play as well for Thursday night. So if you get on Chalkboard right now using code GHOST, it's the same code, same situation. If you use code GHOST on Chalkboard, you get 2 free plays tonight. Sleeper, you have 1 free play, but then you get $1,500. So a ton of free money, a ton of free squares for you guys. All you have to do is go download either Chalkboard or Sleeper using promo code GHOST, and you get all of those benefits. Or you could either get, you could even get both apps if you want and just get 3 free plays and 1,600 free bucks, which obviously I would recommend because that's just insane. But let's hop into the video now. So again, I'll put those links down below for you guys, but let's talk about the picks now. So like I said, I got 2 plays for you guys in this game. Straight up honest with you guys, like I always am on this channel, this is not the best game to bet on. Now, I do think it's going to be a fun and entertaining game, but I also think that means it's going to be a little bit unpredictable. So when it comes to player props, it's not going to be the best game ever to bet on. That's why we only have 2 plays. So, be very careful with your money tonight. I don't think this is the night to really throw down a ton of money on. I would play it more safe. Now getting into the picks, I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that. The first play we're going to be taking is Kyren Williams over 73.5 rushing yards. He has hit this 3 out of his last 5 games. And honestly, this game right here, he had 72. So let's be honest, that's almost 4 out of 5 games he's hit. So basically, even this game, 62, pretty much every game this season, he's getting 60 plus yards. So even if he doesn't hit this, he's going to be really close, or at least knock on wood, don't want to jinx it. He should be, 60 plus yards and get really close. So this is a good line. I think this line is really good. Honestly, he's normally higher than this. I think last week against Buffalo, he was like high 70s. So 73.5, I like that against the Niners. Now, obviously, the Niners so far this season have been a decent run defense, but as of late, they haven't been as good. They gave up, well over 100 yards to Josh Jacobs. They gave over 100 yards to a couple other guys. And Kyren Williams earlier in the year when he played him. I think it was like week 3 or week 4 when the Rams and the Niners played the first time this season. Kyren did have, I want to say, 89 rushing yards that game with like 25 attempts. So he killed them with attempts. He killed them with yards. And honestly, Sean McVay throughout the last couple weeks, if you're just watching these games, you can really tell that they're trying their hardest to get Kyren the ball again. They kind of got away from that in the middle of the season, but now that they have Puka and Cooper Kupp back to really spread out the defense, they really are going back to the run game a lot. I could show you that right here with the rush attempts. He had 29 rush attempts last game. So you guys could see they're on a little streak of not really running the ball that much. But then against the Saints, he had 15, but he had like 100 and something yards. And then against Buffalo, he had 29 attempts. So I think he's going to have a good amount of attempts in this game again. And like I said, he had 89 the first time they played. So 73.5 is a little bit lower. Right now, they have the Niners winning this game by 3. I actually think the Rams are going to win this game. I think they're going to win by probably 3, probably a field goal. But I think the game, regardless, should be close. or even the Rams win the game. So it should be close enough, or they're winning to the point where Kyren should still see a ton of carries. I don't think we're going to see a situation where the Niners get up and the Rams have to pass. I just don't see that happening at all. So 73.5 rush yards, I like our odds a lot right there. So that's going to be the first play. The second play I have for you guys is going to be Brandon Jennings. We're going to be taking him over his line, or sorry, Jauan Jennings. We're taking him over his line of 67.5 receiving yards. So this line isn't horrible. I thought it was going to be at like maybe 65, but 67.5 I still like. I would like it honestly all the way up to 70 yards because he's hit this 3 out of his last 5 games. And honestly, he is really the Niners wide receiver 1. I know that sounds crazy because Debo's still on the team, but if you go look at Debo's stats, he's had like 25 yards, like 4 games in a row. He gets like 3 or 4 targets a game. Jauan Jennings, there's multiple games, really all these ones right here where he went over, where the guy had 10 plus targets or 10 plus receptions, and he's really looking good in this Niners offense. Brock Purdy is really getting comfortable with him, and going back to the first time these two teams played earlier this season, if you do not remember, Jauan Jennings had like, I want to say 10 receptions, 137 yards or something like that. It was crazy. He popped off. He killed the Rams the first time. I think this game is going to be very similar. Now, the reason I said at the beginning of the video that this game is really going to be hard to predict and it's not the best game to bet on player props is because it could be raining. And if this game does have rain for the majority of it, it's going to be really risky because Brock Purdy is not good in the rain. You give this guy any sort of bad weather, he just forgets how to play football. I think he had 93 passing yards against the Bills last week in the snow. He's horrible in bad weather, literally so bad. However, if this game can stay out of the rain, or maybe it's just mist, it's really not coming down that hard, and it doesn't affect Purdy that much, then I think the Niners offense is going to do really good. I think Purdy's going to do good. I think Jauan Jennings is going to do good. I think Kittle even has a chance to do good, but it really just comes down to how the weather's going to be because this Rams defense really is not that good. They give up a lot of passing yards, a lot of receiving yards, but if the rain is helping them out, Brock Purdy's just not going to do that much in the rain, right? So we'll see when that comes. When it gets closer to game time, it'll be easier to tell, but that's why this game is a little bit riskier. But regardless, it's not supposed to rain too hard, so that's why we're still going to be taking Jauan Jennings over his receiving yards. But this is the 2 plays I have for you guys for tonight on Thursday Night Football. Again, make sure to drop a like on the video. I'd really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe either. And before we get out of here, I will remind you guys one more time, just make sure I'll put the links all down below for you guys so it takes way faster. Use code GHOST on either Chalkboard for 2 free plays and $100 or Sleeper for $1,500 and a free play. But other than that, guys, one last thing I do want to say, guys, by the way, I'll try to link it down below. I don't know if I will or not, but I did just hop on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. So go follow me on Twitter. It's just look up Ghost Locks. You guys will see the logo. You guys will find me pretty easily. But go follow me on Twitter if you guys can. But other than that, those are the free plays I have for you guys for this game on Thursday night. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.